Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a give, right side. Grant. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
At 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Mikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. 2nd and 5 now. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 12 yards there and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They go play action with Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Ravens.
Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards.
On the ready. 58 for Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Who that? Who that? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw again, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. On first down, Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the Ravens first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
65. Mike 48. Mike 48.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 99.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. A deep ball for Gurley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35.
1st down, Baltimore.
Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6. At the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't get nervous. Check. Value 3. 14.
Again, Goff. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike 58 right there. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Raven, Eric Weddle. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Like 20.
Focus, defense, focus.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
11.
Back to throw, Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to... And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out. Merlin. Check out, read. SOS.
They run. It's Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, pick your game up.
On 2nd and 2, Goff. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the ship.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
180. 40's a month. 40's a month. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Goff on 1st down. They got position on him, and he pulls it in. 25 yards that time. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Here's Jackson to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Roberts has it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run the counter. It's Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Rams' 24-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go back to Grant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Right side complete. That's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Tiger, Tiger.
On 1st down, gone. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Even. 4 down. Even. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, kill.
Here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Here we go. Under 10. 10.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
20. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Uses the stiff arm. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but second and 13 here. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Rams 28, Ravens 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
27-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Grant, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Come on, Shaq. Get the flag. Watch time. Time is right. Watch time. Time is right.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They will run with Grant. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Tucker with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch it, Chris. Watch it.
Lift.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Listen.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the